Hey guys, John here. I'm very pleased and excited to announce my brand new Tonex and Quad Cortex or Nano Cortex tone model and capture pack, the Sweetspots Volume 1. And before we get into the details and the nitty-gritty, let's take a listen to a demo song of a bunch of the included captures for both Tonex and the Quad and Nano Cortex. Check it out. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. So those were 10 of the tones, both from Tonex and the Quad and Nano Cortex. The guitar that I used there was my Balaguer Espada Limited 2024. I love that guitar so much. And I think it sounded great with all the captures and tone models that I showed there. And just to be clear, this capture or tone model pack is both available for either the Quad Cortex and the Nano Cortex, which is great. And of course, Tonex in your DAW, or the bigger Tonex pedal, or Tonex One. And this capture pack is now available in my web store. I'll put a link in the description below. And the tone models for Tonex will also be available soon at ToneNet. So stay tuned for that if you want to purchase it through there. Okay, so what is Sweetspots Volume 1 all about? Well, I've had this idea for quite a while. I basically wanted to create a tone model or capture pack that had sweet spots only, so only the good tones. You know, a lot of times when you purchase a capture or tone model pack, you get a bunch of captures for one single amplifier, which is great, but you know, you always have to look for the tones that you are looking for. And in this case, I just wanted to create a bunch of tones that were just ready, you know, that you could plug into and play them straight away. And tones that would basically inspire creativity right away without having to need to tweak the models for minutes just to get started. And it's also a good opportunity to try a bunch of different amplifier types. So there are 6 amplifiers included in this pack, so 24 models in total. What I also wanted to do is handpick speakers that would work really well with the amplifiers, and to also give the amplifiers each their own identity. And I think that that adds a cool and unique touch to all of these tones. Because a capture device like Tonex or the Quad Cortex, they capture the entire signal chain, so also the interaction between the amplifier and the speaker and the microphones and all that good stuff. So the entire signal chain has been captured here. Now, as I said, I chose a bunch of sweet spot settings, so settings that, in my opinion, give the best tone out of the chosen amplifiers. We have clean tones, we've got crunch tones, as well as various high gain tones. And I just wanted to create some captures that were very easy to use. Again, grab a preset or a tone model and you should be good to go. Of course, this depends on the guitar and the pickups that you're going to use. Luckily, these platforms allow you to tweak the tone to your liking, add or subtract some gain here and there. You know, if the tone model is a bit too dark for you, add some treble or presence. If it's a little bit too muddy in the low end, maybe lower the bass a little bit. Even though these are snapshots of amplifiers, the EQ sections and stuff, they do make them quite tweakable and versatile. So you'll definitely be able to make these work for your setup. Now, as I mentioned, there are 6 amplifiers included in this pack. We have the PBII, which is based on a well-known German-made 100 watt 4-channel amplifier. And I captured all 4 channels. So the clean channel, the crunch channel, and both lead channels. I love all the channels of this amplifier so much. The clean tones are wonderful, the crunch tones are quite good, and the lead tones are great. One of the lead channels is a little bit more thick and fat, while the other is more modern and tight. So this is going to work really well for a bunch of different styles. Now the PBII was combined with the legendary V30. This amplifier works really well with that speaker. Then we have the DV4, which also is based on a German 4-channel amplifier from another brand. And once again, I captured all 4 channels. Now the DV4 was captured with a G12K100 speaker by Celestion, which also gives it a very nice character and works really well together with this amplifier. This amp has a really nice and unique, uncontrolled character to it. And I was very impressed how both the platforms were able to capture those quirky characteristics. Then we have the SO30, which is based on a very well-known American-made 3-channel 30-watt amplifier, known for its wonderful high gain tones. Now I captured a clean tone there, a crunch tone, and then 2 lead tones. One that is a bit better suited for rhythm, and another with more mids, so better suited for leads. And I paired this amplifier with the Amperian Revolution 65 speaker. Now in my mind, this amplifier has a purple tone, and this speaker really complemented that so well. And I think when you're going to play through these captures or tone models, that you're really going to hear and feel what I'm talking about here. A really great combination that I love so much. Then we have the MRec, which is based on a small 25 watt American-made amplifier with a very scooped and sizzly sound. This one is very unique and different from the rest. Also captured with the Celestion Vintage 30, I captured a clean tone, a push clean, a vintage rock tone, and 2 modern tones, one of which is a bit more scooped. So this one is definitely quite different from the rest. Bright, sizzly, and very scooped in the mids, as I said. Then we have the KRAK, which is based on a well-known British-made 3-channel amplifier, a very modern-sounding amplifier. However, the clean channel is great, very chimey and forward-sounding. The crunch channel is wonderful, great for more classic or nuanced rock. And then we also have 2 modern high-gain tones. Now this amplifier has 2 presence and depth voicings, so I tried to make one capture for each, basically. So they have a bit of a different flavor and response. This amplifier is very good for aggressive stuff, as I paired it with the Hesu Demon speaker. Very forward and aggressive indeed, and very tight in the bottom end for those lead tones. This will work really well with extended range guitars. And finally, for something different, we have the RO15, which is based on a 15 watt amplifier from the UK with 2 channels. I captured the clean channel, or the natural channel as it's called, which is a great pedal platform. It's very even sounding. And then I also captured a mid-gain crunchy tone and a high-gain tone. And I captured this amplifier with the Creamback M65 by Celestion for another flavor. It worked really well together with this amplifier. Now, of course, I picked sweet spot and dialed everything into taste. So the amplifier itself, the microphones, the mic blends and all that stuff, the mic positions, of course, the speaker type and so forth, but they are still raw. So I didn't apply any post-processing, no EQ or anything like that. So again, feel free to tweak them to taste if you feel the need. And if you want to put them in a full band mix, it might be wise to put a low cut at around 80 Hertz as a starting point, just to clear that low end, for the bass guitar and the kick drum. But of course, there are no rules, so feel free to experiment. Now, as of right now, these packs are available in my web store. And as I mentioned, for Tonex, the plugin, or Tonex One, these will also be available at ToneNet very soon, so stay tuned for that. I'd love to know your feedback. If you've tried these, let me know how you liked the tones, how you enjoyed them. And if you want me to do some more packs, would you want me to do more sweet spot packs like these? Or would you like me to do individual amps with a wider range of tones, perhaps? Let me know. Please also hit the like and subscribe buttons, as that really helps the channel out. I'd really appreciate it. Again, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. If you want to support this channel in another way, you can also buy something in my affiliate links for Tolman and Sweetwater or Tube Amp Doctor. That would be great. It really helps out the channel at no additional cost for you. Of course, you can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook and Instagram or Ko-Fi to stay up to date on all my activities. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.